Warren is live at the Midwest Racers Auction with Mid-Am driver Rick Tackman. How's your off-season been going so far?
You know, it's been a great off-season. We're getting ready for finishing up the holidays here, starting to get into the mode of going racing again now. Being at the auction, now we're getting pumped up, looking at the new parts, what guys are doing for this next year. I think we're getting excited.
It's kind of a tumultuous 2014 with the way the ownership group changed and everything. What are your thoughts on how that's going to be in the future?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the change. It was great having Doug and Julie run the series for the years that they did. I think we're into a new era where it's time to move on. I think we got a good guy in Dave Gruenberg. It's going to be interesting what he does with the series, moves forward. I don't expect any great spectacular changes for this next year, but slow improvements over time I think are going to make a big difference.
What kind of improvements would you like to see?
Well, maybe the sponsorship aspect of it. One of the things Dave said is that he wanted to try to find us a title sponsor. If we haven't had a series sponsor in several years, I think that would put us up in the market of where some of the other late model series are running, show people we're around, we can walk into a facilities and say we are so-and-so racing series, and I think that'll make a big difference.
Obviously over the years the on-track action has not been the problem with the Mid-Am series. That being said, that doesn't seem to change, but what are you looking forward to on the administrative side, things that can kind of better the series?
Boy, that's a tough question because, you know, there's different areas that can be improved, but how much do they need to be improved? Everybody's got their own opinion. More officiating, maybe. A couple more officials that are watching things a little more. Where we walk into a track and we have our own officiating group that is monitoring it instead of piggybacking on the track and having them look at drivers they've never seen before and trying to make calls. I think if a couple more officials maybe looking at that might make a big difference. Will that happen this first season? Probably not, but I think that would be something as a driver I would like to see in the future.
How do you think the car counts will be going forward, and where do you think we can make improvements with that?
Car count wise, I think we made a big improvement this last year over the previous 2 years. Numbers were up, new drivers coming in, more people looking at the series as another option in the future here. So I think we're looking at the numbers are slowly going to come up. Are we going to see 56 cars at Milwaukee again if we ever get back there? Probably not. But I think if we start getting car counts in the 30s at short tracks, which we did at a couple of shows this last year, we'll show that, hey, it's a tough series. You got to run the B main just to get in. You can't, showing up with just your B game might not work here on this deal anymore.
Obviously at this point the schedule hasn't been released yet. Foresee any changes, any new tracks, any return to old tracks that you haven't been to for a few years?
You know, there's always been, there's talk, and you can't speculate on that just yet. I can't wait to hear tomorrow morning where we're going to be at. I'm always excited to go to a new track. I love going back to the old tracks because I always learn something. But throwing a new track into me, I'd love to see us at a road course. We need to go back to the dirt. That's one of the things I've pushed for. We ran a non-points race in the dirt in 2010. I think that's something the series should look at in the future, and back to a road course again. Show the diversity of these cars. The cars can go there. We need to show that we can go there.
Anything from a rule standpoint you'd like to see tweaked to make the racing better?
I don't think there's anything you can change to make racing better. These cars have been a standard car since the series started in '93. The basic car has not changed. The little bit of improvements we've had over the years have been necessary improvements. They haven't really run the cost of these cars up dramatically. Yeah, the bodies have improved, but I don't think there's any rules that need to be changed. On a personal aspect, I want to see everybody on a spoiler instead of some guys on a wing, some guys on a spoiler. Either make it an option or go with the spoiler.
You're going to be running your own car this year or driving for someone else?
I will still be driving the number 74 Willingham Racing Ford, sponsored by Landrum Springs again this year. So we're looking forward to having our established team. We've been together, I think this is our 15th season I've been running for Russ. So I'm looking forward to another season with him.
as of this point, the only date that's been released on the schedule is the Wausau date, where you're headlining with the Midwest Truck Series. How do you think that's going to go?
I think that'll be a great show. We've always run great there. We've brought good cars there. I look forward to going there. The first time I ever saw the track, I got fast time and second in the feature. I haven't been outside of the top 4 the last couple of years, so I look forward to that race every year. It's a great facility, a small hometown crowd. We need to be at those places. We need to be at bigger venues too. The Milwaukee Mile is always neat, but it doesn't always work for us.
All right, looking forward to a good 2015. See you then.
Thank you, Greg.